Hi everyone, Sinan from Carinspected here, and we have Fabricio with us today.
If you are searching for a used car, doesn't matter where, can be on the private seller or a dealer, ask for a third-party inspection.
So, if you are buying a car and you find out that your next potential car is in a certain place, whether it's a private or a dealer, ask them for an inspection. Ask them. Tell them that you want a third-party inspection and see what they say. If they come up with excuses saying that their car is sold or they're not available at this time, chances are there is a problem with the car or someone is trying to hide something from you. We highly recommend this method of trying to gauge the seller's waters, if I should say, to test their waters to see if the car is worth looking further into or not. We've had a lot of cases in the past few years while inspecting cars that the sellers change their minds because the buyer asks for a third-party inspection.
The 120 inspection from the dealers is important and is good, is valid, but by experience we know that we cover more, and sometimes they have issues not caught by those 120 or 200 inspections or items that they inspected on the car.
Inspection, yeah, exactly. So the dealer checks everything. Well, actually, we're not trying to blame anybody. The dealer is trying to cover their end. So they want to make sure that whatever they sell to the public or to any buyer, that that buyer does not come back to them. But they're not obligated to give you everything. So there are a lot of things that you expect the dealer to do, but they actually don't do it. For example, the paint thickness check on all of the panels on the car. All metallic panels on the car have a paint thickness, and if a panel has been replaced, the thickness of the paint would change. A lot of people it's similar to using a magnet check or a magnetic check on older cars, on classic cars, to see if there is metal under the paint or if it's just Bondo or some botch repair. Now, we do check the paint thickness. We use tools that do that. The paint thickness check on all of the panels, we do this as a standard on all of our packages. We ensure if anything has been accidented or not. Now, why are we making this an important point? Because most people will say, I'll just get a car proof or a Carfax report, etc. And that'll tell me if a car has been accidented or not. Well, the fact of the matter is, cars or owners would be involved in small accidents, and we see this a lot, where they repair the car without documenting it or without declaring it to the insurance. So if it has not been declared to the insurance, it will not show on the car proof report or Carfax, etc. And this is exceptionally important when buying a high-end or a luxury or a high-end sport vehicle. Guys, there are a lot of cases where the sellers in this case will not declare an accident, and they would repair the car cheaply, and then they would sell it for a regular price. And when you get the car proof report, it'll show that there hasn't been any accidents.
Also, we can catch other things like missing parts from the car. We already had experience that the car had missing the jack to change the tires or other tools. And also we saw some cars that the original parts were missing from the car, like the mags. So the mags were original, but they were not there. They were replaced by a third brand part. So, and the seller was informed that the car was completely original.
Yeah, so a lot of people would put in aftermarket parts because they're cheaper, and they would keep the originals to sell after they make the transaction with the buyer. Another important point is a computer scan. Now, the car has multiple computers, The most important ones that we feel need to be checked every time are the engine, the transmission, if the car is automatic, of course. The manual transmission is fully mechanical and it does not have many sensors and does not need to be scanned. It's more concentration on the clutch. Another computer that's important is if the car is equipped with an ABS, which is the anti-lock braking, and also the airbag computer would be a good idea to scan all of these. A lot of people would come in with just a generic OBD, which stands for onboard diagnostic scanner, or a CAN bus, which is just a newer technology and newer communication, and they would see if there is any problems with a car just by looking at the engine. The OBD and the CAN bus only scan the engine. If you want to scan the ABS or airbag or transmission, you need a more detailed, a more expensive scanner, and we use these types of scanners on all of our inspections. Again, these are included in all of our packages.
And this is very important principally for now that recent cars after 2013, principally that in Canada is mandatory the electronic stability control and traction control for all cars. So with this computer we can catch also the issues on those safety features for the car, that all controlled by the ABS computer. So we saw some issues already on the sensors for the steering that need to have to provide the best stability for the car, principally now on the winter.
We do take the car for a drive. We do check the interior, the exterior. We check under the vehicle as well. And we have some special packages where it's more tailored towards high-end, and others that are tailored towards classic cars and high-end sport vehicles as well. So we do cover a lot more than 120 or 210 point inspection. It's not by inspection points. It's we cover the whole vehicle, whether different vehicles require different points or different things to concentrate on. So if a car is European, if it's a high-end, if it's Asian, etc. Now, if you want to see what we do during inspections, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and there, especially on YouTube, you'll see some videos of remote inspections where we do inspections on behalf of customers from all over the world, where you will see what we check and what we highlight for the different cars. And to conclude, so if you're in the market for a used car, ask for a third-party inspection and gauge the seller's opinion or respond to that question. So if they're hiding something, they're going to come up with an excuse. If they have nothing to hide, there is a good chance that the car might be worth looking into. Thank you for watching. We hope that you like the content. Please leave us a comment below. Tell us how we're doing.
And if you like, subscribe on our YouTube channel and follow us on social media. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, including Google Plus have a lot of pictures. Follow us on there.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much again, and happy car hunting.